The galaxy is burning, brother fights brother, and treason splits the Imperium of Man. This is the Horus Heresy. Whether you're a warrior of the Legionis Astartes, an adept of the Mechanicum, or a mortal in a galaxy of madness, you'll find your place here. Welcome to the Remembrancer's Retreat, broadcasting deep within the bowels of the vengeful spirit. From Isvan 3 to Terra, this is Jesse Irvin with the Remembrancer's Retreat. I wanted to say something funny, but I couldn't think of anything. Here today, we got William.
Terra, more like terrible.
We got Ryan.
Hey, guys.
And we have Caro.
Hi.
So a few things, I guess first to start off with, what's everyone been doing today? Or this week, rather? Who wants to go first? Ryan will go first.
Yeah, so I have been steadily progressing through my escalation army, so I've been doing word bearers for escalation.
Nice.
So I have about 1,800, and so I've painted up 1,350 points in about 6-7 weeks.
That's awesome.
And I'm working on the Trader Librarian Forge World model, which is going to be the last model for my escalation.
Very cool. And that brings you up to 2,500?
Well, that'll bring me up to 1,500 points that I've painted for escalation, but then I also have the cursed, what is it? The Venator, Sicaran Venator, that's been passed around like a cheap whore throughout Richmond 30K. And then I have a Mara Gaul as well that was painted as part of a Secret Santa for me. So that in total will bring me up to 2,000 points.
Very cool.
Which will kind of wrap up this phase of Horde Bearers for me. I'm going to move on to... So next week I'm going to start working on the Sons of Horus charity army.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
I was like, did he already do that? Did I just completely miss out on that?
No, I've been really bad, and I've put it off. And now I'm at a point where I've gotten through most of the personal projects I need to do right now, so I'm going to hit that hard. I'm going to try to knock it out by May. So that'll be 2,500 points of Sons of Horus.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
And that's pretty much me.
Yeah, I can't wait for that.
Yeah. Should be fun. And then I've been doing a lot of, this is on the side, but like a lot of narrative fluff writing for my militia army, which has been pretty fun. I've got a bunch of disparate units, and because I'm doing feral warriors and tainted flesh, and obviously it's a traitor militia force, but it's based on a core of the militia are from the same world, but then there's all sorts of other units that have been thrown in as attrition occurs. So I've got like a Highlander unit, I've got some jungle fighter catechins, I've got some heavy artillery. So I've been writing narrative blurbs for each of those factions and why they've joined, the greater militia. So
I saw that you even had like relationships.
Yes.
Like family trees and that kind of stuff all done up too.
Yeah, that's right.
Some units
joined in. It's all based off of my Trader Knight. So I've got my list. I've got everything I need for the list except for the Castellum, but it's all really based off of a Knight Paladin and his family background, and then the core of the actual warlord was his Thane, or no, I'm sorry, it would have been his house Carl. So he's a Thane. His basically his lieutenant or his bodyguard. May have dabbled in the warp a little bit and may have been blessed by a blood god. And so he ends up leading the army for the Knight. But there's a whole background for the Knight House, and then for the army proper, and then all of these add-on and like bolt-on forces. It's supposed to be a Shadow Wars army that I can use with my word bearers as allies for like a sacrificial offering. But
very cool.
There's a whole thing. I'll be writing something up for the website here in the next week or two. So.
Oh yeah.
Yes, sir.
That's good, man. I like that. I like writing fluff. So I've been writing a little bit of stuff about the ZM Nova event.
Oh yeah.
And then I've been working on some 40k stuff. I did some Emperor Spears. I did 2 Intercessors of those, and I got some other stuff that's coming up for them. I plan on doing the whole starter box for Dave and I. So we can play our own little narrative campaign thing.
Okay, so you're doing the Marines for Dave, and then you're going to do all the Death Guard for yourself?
Yes, sir. I picked up a bunch of other Nurgle stuff, because whenever Book 8 drops, and they allow us to use demons.
Yep.
Yeah, man. As far as the escalation thing, I kind of like just tripped and fell on that. I haven't done any of my escalation. I only had 7 models, and I didn't get any of them done. I don't know how it happened, man. But I've just been working on these Emperor Spears. But yeah, so that's really it. Just working on that, man. Getting ready to go back to school here in a little bit. And when that happens, pretty much all my painting's going to stop. So,
yep. Well, you'll fit it in there, but it'll be much less.
I don't know, man. These are boot camps I'm going to, so I don't know if I'll have the time.
Yeah, fair enough.
I just see somebody coming down. It's like, who had these paintbrushes in their underneath their pillow?
Who the hell is?
Who has this contraband Citadel paint in here?
Yeah,
that's how boot camp works, right?
That's how it works.
I mean, maybe if it was a military boot camp, yeah, but this is an IT boot camp.
Who had some non-computer things under his pillow?
Yeah, I might get beaten if I brought a football or something. What is this non-nerd shit? Get it out of here.
What is that, a baseball?
At least Warhammer is nerdy enough.
It is. You're absolutely right. But yeah, Jesse.
Yes.
Ryan mentioned something about a website. So what's this?
So, as part of my hobby progress, which this total year has been about me maybe making 3 converted models and have not even primed them or painted them. In addition to that, I've also been working on rr30k.com. It is our new blog website for our podcast.
Yeah, so you've been expanding your hobby in different ways, not so much in the model.
Into the digital age.
He's sharing it with the world.
But yeah, no, it's been fun. I've been learning a lot about web design, which is kind of cool. It's a skill that I never really had before. And yeah, I've been learning all sorts of new stuff. And I'm pretty happy with the product so far. So if you guys are interested, I got a link up to the Facebook page, and it's simple. The domain super simple. rr30k.com.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to this because I think all of us have probably like played around with different ways of sharing our hobbies. So everybody's got a Facebook page or Instagram. I had a blog at one point, but it was like one of those things where, as an individual, like one person blogging, it feels kind of
yeah. At that point, you might as well just have an Instagram or a Facebook, and that's about it.
But it's kind of cool because we're talking about all of the hosts, right? Or the hosts that want to participate, can write articles or do various things, or just get the word out about events. So it's just a kind of a central location where you can find out about really like East Coast heresy, Virginia, Maryland, probably expand a little bit,
more or less.
Yeah. That's really cool.
It's going to be good.
But yeah, it's nice because we can just make up categories. So we have like army displays, news. I'm sure we'll have like hobby guides and that kind of stuff. Yep,
got a little hobby corner right now where we have a little list building section and stuff for homebrew rules. So for
and we tried that with Blogspot, but that was like just one blog sort of thing, and we couldn't quite figure out how to have authors to where a lot of people could contribute. It just seemed like it was one person that had to maintain and update all this stuff, and we couldn't have one person do that as a full-time job for 9 or 10 people. But with the rules that like this WordPress is allowing us to do, and the rules and roles and everything like that, having admins and then writers and authors and all that stuff, it's good.
Yeah, a whole lot more accessible, I think. And we can definitely try to port over some of the stuff we had before and bring it over in here.
Like the painting recipes.
Yes, definitely. Like I said, got a little hobby corner, got a link to little pages for each of our shows. don't really feel like putting in the time to put in our last 60 episodes in and categorize them. So it's just going to be from here on out. But you can definitely check out the RSS feed on the site, and you can click on the subscribe on an Android app or listen on Apple Podcasts, which if you're probably listening to this already, you probably don't need to do that. But hey, tell a buddy.
Yeah, just do like a subterfuge sort of subscribe, right? When they leave their phone or their computer on, just go ahead and subscribe for them.
Yeah, exactly. And speaking of subscribing, and saw on iTunes had a whole lot of really positive reviews, and it felt really good. And definitely appreciate everyone who does that, because it makes us feel good and wants us to help put out more content.
I need a validation.
Exactly.
Oh, speaking of validation, my shirt arrived today.
Oh boy.
A shirt that had my face on it, and I felt pretty good.
Awesome.
Nice. That's the Remembrancer's Retreat swag shirt.
Yeah. Oh, hey, side note. Did you guys see Warhammer TV today? Facebook, they did how to do green stuff cloaks.
You know, I saw the headline. I didn't watch the video, but yes.
Please man, I need to watch that.
It's so cool. I've never... I mean, it seems so simple watching it. I'm like, yeah, obviously that's how you do it. And yet I've never done it. And it seems like a great way to do it. Just a quick plug for Warhammer TV.
Yeah, because they need all the plugs they can get.
Yeah. If you're listening to us, but you don't watch them, what's wrong?
What happened?
So what are we talking about today then, Jesse?
Well, big news. The rules for Sanguinius dropped. So that's a pretty big deal. Warhammer is at the Gamma trade show for all the games and stuff.
Somebody explain what Gamma trade show is to me.
It's
I'm ignorant on it.
Okay. So Gamma is basically a giant trade convention for gamers, or for games
it's for game companies, right?
Board games. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Exactly. And I'm going to call it now, and tomorrow they're going to release or reveal a new Horus Heresy box set, and I'd really love to be the first one to call that, so I'm going to say it right now.
Bold move, Cotton.
Yeah, right?
You're going to publish this in 3 days, so you're just going to cut this part out.
That's right. They got one they got one last update tomorrow afternoon. So
just so you guys know,
crossed.
Jesse says that every episode, and whenever it does not come out, he just edits it out.
Every time.
Yeah, just wait. The one time that it does happen,
it's going to be beautiful.
I told you.
I've been saying it for years. That would be fantastic.
But yeah, I mean, they just released Shadowspear. Then they had Blackstone Fortress expansion yesterday. Mm-hmm. Today they had the Storm Vaults, which looks awesome.
What's the Storm Vaults?
Oh, what?
Oh, is that the Sigmar?
Sigmar stuff. It's the expansion for Age of Sigmar version 2. But it looks super cool. Just the way it starts out. You see this great city, and it slowly starts to go subterranean beneath the city. You see a big old vault, and you hear Sigmar say, even a god can make mistakes. And then the vault's open, and you hear screaming and stuff, and you're like, "Oh man, what kind of magic?" But yeah, it's gonna be whole new magic, whole new the persistent spells are gonna be coming out, and new relics and everything like that. So should be good.
Nice.
I mean, the game continuously has life put into it, and they're always doing stuff to expand the story. So. Solid work.
Also including Munchkin, Warhammer Age of Sigmar.
You're right. Maybe that's what they're going to release as a starter box for Munchkin 40K.
There you go. But yeah, we're going to play Munchkin. You've never played Munchkin before, Will?
I haven't, man. I haven't.
Okay, it's going to be fun.
Have. Come on. We got to do that. True. It's important.
And, guys...
Yeah, we taught our parents during Christmas. We can teach you. It's a lot of fun.
I've never played Settlers of Catan either.
Oh, it's nothing like Settlers of Catan. You'll be fine.
To be fair, I only played that twice.
Munchkin is a game purely of just bullshittery, and it's a lot of fun.
And backstabbing.
and backstabbing, and slaying monsters, and taking loot, and leveling up.
And backstabbing.
Yeah, man. Let's set up a date. Let's do that.
Sounds good. We'll set up a date. All right, skipping setting a date, let's talk about Sanguinius, guys.
Yeah, they released his full rules in a PDF. Ryan, you got a good theory, and I'm kind of siding with you on it. What is your theory again? Can you tell it to the listeners?
Well, so, I, as a White Scar player, and, I really want Book 8 to come out. And I was hoping it would come out a couple weeks ago. I was hoping it was going to come out this week. But I'm thinking that if they're going to release the full rules for him that are on the Forge World site, and we're in the newsletter on a Monday, we're probably going to wait a couple weeks until we actually get Book 8. But I do believe we're going to get the model this Friday. I think that came out or was confirmed. So that's just my thought. I mean, I really hope we get Book 8 this week.
Well, I completely agree, because I don't think they're going to go through the trouble of formatting this thing into a PDF, putting it up on the site, and showing it to everybody if they were going to release the book the same week or the next week as the Primarch himself,
I mean, it's not that hard to format something to a PDF.
Yeah, but as much as I hate to say it, it's starting to make a little more sense.
I think for Games Workshop, it is not easy.
Be nice.
Were that the case, we'd have more FAQs. I'm just saying, guys.
True. But let's so while we mourn the late coming of Book 8, let's talk about the rules.
Yeah. So Sanguinius is 10s across the board. I've never seen a Primarch look this good, and he's only 250 points.
He has a 24-inch movement.
The fact is, he's the only character with Legiones Astartes, too. So
what? What'd you say, Sam?
I'm kidding. We're lying about it all.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, he's pretty good. He's
weapon skill 9, ballistic skill 5.
Yeah. See, the thing is, with weapon skill 9, at that point, you're just showing off.
You are, right? You're all
like
we
weapon skill.
You're hitting on the breeze, okay?
I mean, he's a Primarch. Shouldn't they just show off?
That's true.
Yes, but there's a limitation.
I like how one of his titles is the brightest one.
Well, he's super smart, man.
Yeah.
Has nothing to do with like a golden radiance or anything.
Yeah.
Right.
Anyway, go down the stat line. Sorry about that. Go ahead.
So, weapon skill 9, ballistic skill 5, strength 6, toughness 6, wounds 6, initiative 7, attacks 6. Wow. Leadership 10, 2+ save.
Yeah.
485 points. That's pretty expensive. It's not the most expensive, but it's pretty expensive. But he's just phenomenal.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So, he is jump infantry, which is are there any others there in jump infantry? Is Kurz jump? Yeah.
Kurz is.
Yeah. His war gear includes the Regalia Resplendent. He has Great Wings, the Blade in Carmine, or the Spear of Telesto and Moon's Silver Blade. He's got Infernus and Frag Grenades.
He does not have crack grenades.
That's interesting. Let's see, you have...
Yeah, let's keep looking, because is this going to be one of those things where he can't take on a Dreadnought?
No, he definitely can.
Okay.
Definitely. Yep, just run through the special rules quick before we go through the war gear. He's Primarch, so independent character, eternal warrior, fear, adamantium will, fleet, fearless, it will not die, master of the legion, precision strike, precision shot, sire of the blood angels, angelic presence, sky strike, and very bulky. So, going through the top of the rules here, sire of the blood angels, Sanguinius gains +1 initiative and +1 attack in the first turn of any combat. While Sanguinius is present on the battlefield, all friendly jump infantry units with the Legionis Astartes Blood Angels special rule may choose to use their jump packs in both movement and assault phase.
Auto include, especially for that rite of war, the Day of Revelations.
Oh, wow!
Because that Day of Revelation,
Yeah,
is all jump pack. Yeah.
No, you're right. Holy
Yep.
crap. That's going to be the fast-moving army right there. That's... Whew.
Yeah, Space Wolves, you thought you were cool? Nah.
Yeah, son.
Angelic Presence. Any friendly units within 3 inches of Sanguinius gain a D3 to the wound value used to calculate if the unit has won a close combat. Not shabby.
So he's going to be with a bodyguard, presumably a command squad with jump packs, so it's not slowed down. And I guess what they're wanting is for that unit to deep strike and support in maybe those Crimson Paladins, right?
Yep.
So I can see that working as an hammer and anvil technique. Your Crimson Paladins come out of your Land Raider. These guys deep strike, go in, and Paladins and these dudes just mop up anything, right?
Pretty much.
Yeah. I mean, definitely the D3 to wound values. I mean, that's going to outdo most of the banners. The Custodes banner for sure. The Militia banner. Yeah. Just those Vexillas that give them +1 to combat resolution. This is plus D3. So they're going to get 1. They could get 3.
Yeah, it's significant. Continuing on, the Regalia Resplendent provides 2+ armor save and a 4-up invuln save, which allows him to re-roll any failed invulnerable saves on a turn in which he charges.
Yeah.
Sanguinius is definitely the ABC Primarch, right? Always be charging.
That's right.
His Great Wings. Sanguinius may always use his jump pack, representing his Great Wings, in both the movement and assault phases. When Sanguinius resolves Hammer of Wrath attacks, he does so at Strength 10 AP 2, and when deploying via Deep Strike, Sanguinius and any unit he accompanies does not scatter.
Yep. That's pretty good.
I see Sanguinius just, group hugging all of his unit as he goes down.
Follow me!
It's like, and we're right here. We have Sky Strike. At the end of any movement phase in which this model has moved using the jump pack rules, nominate one enemy unit not locked in combat that the model has moved over that turn. The unit takes 1 hit. If the unit is an enemy flyer in zoom mode or an enemy swooping monstrous creature, it instead takes D3 hits. These hits are resolved at Strength 6 AP 2 using random allocation and the Ignores Cover special rule. Against vehicles, these hits are resolved against the target's side armor.
Yeah.
It's basically Vector Strike, but better?
Yeah.
Yep. He has his weapon Infernus, which is an Assault 2, 1 use, 18-inch range, Strength 8, AP 1 weapon. It's kind of interesting how it's 1 use, but being as the fact it's Assault 2, Strength 8, AP 1, it's fairly balanced, I guess. Get to use it once.
Yeah, it's kind of odd because he's got no other shooting. I mean, I don't think you'll be shooting a whole lot with him. This is probably for that.
True. And he has a Sky Strike, too, so he can always just move around.
Yeah, let's say it was Assault 1 and multi-use. Do you think you'd get more than 2 shots off in a game? Because you should be in combat, right?
Yeah.
That's a fair point.
Yeah, this is good for, he's about to charge a Contemptor or something like that. Strength 8 AP 1, and then you've also got the Strength 10 AP 2 Hammer of Wrath. Like, you could probably chip down a couple hull points off of a Land Raider or something before going in for the assault,
Yeah.
So what is Infernus? I mean, obviously it's an Inferno pistol for Primarch, right? Do you guys remember in any of the books them talking about Infernus? Has you ever shot anybody with it?
I'm not very savvy on his fluff. He's not my favorite Primarch, and that's the downside to this PDF is you don't usually you get all the
fluff and stuff on the
fluff on the
sidebars.
side. You don't have that here. It's pretty much just the rules. They have a few lines. Actually, no, everything's straight rules. So.
Yep. Okay, he also has the Blade in Carmine. Sanguinius may be equipped with either the Blade in Carmine or Spear of Telesto and Moonsilver Blade. His chosen armament must be declared before the game begins and clearly shown on the model. So you have the Blade in Carmine, which is a melee weapon, Strength +1 AP 2, with melee, Rampage, and Shred. That's interesting. I don't think I've ever seen a weapon with Rampage before. It's kind of an interesting edition.
Yeah, the Arc Scourge is Rampage.
Oh, is it? Huh.
For the Arlatex.
Ah, gotcha. And now we have the Spear of Telesto, melee weapon, strength +3/user. It's a spear, so it's got a 2 sets of rules for it. Yeah, when charging, it is +3 strength, AP1, and normally it is strength user, AP2. Melee, two-handed, instant death, mastercrafted, Wrath of Angels. Once per game in the shooting phase, in lieu of making any other shooting attacks, Sanguinius may hurl the Spear of Telesto with the force of a bolt of angelic lightning, using the profile below. Should he choose to do this, he may not make any further use of the Spear of Telesto for the remainder of the game. So the Throne Spear of Telesto is 12-inch, strength 7, AP1, assault 1, instant death, armor bane, Wrath of Angels.
Oh my god.
For every successful wound roll of 6 made with the Spear of Telesto, that unit suffers an additional wound using the same weapon profile. So,
hey, guess what? It does not say these wounds do not generate additional wounds themselves.
Yeah, but you only got 1 die, and you got to be hoping for a lot of 6s.
Hey, man, I'm just...
Yeah, but yeah, no, I got you.
Lucky.
I understand. So,
Jesus, that's crazy.
Is that just to represent the spear going through one guy, then a second guy, then a third guy, and pinning them to the wall?
Yeah.
Or just ricocheting inside the cabin of a Spartan?
Yeah. Oh,
True.
I love that.
I guess not a Spartan, it's strength 7. But yeah.
Yeah. But instant death, armor bane, Wrath of Angels, AP1. Yeah, you're going to kill a Praetor or 2 with this, I think.
So this is his second shooting attack. I misspoke. He's got the one-use pistol, and he can throw his spear.
And
If
a
you
one-use
equip-
spear, yeah.
Yeah, if you equip him with it.
Which,
Yeah. And and with the spear, he also has his backup Moonsilver Blade, Strength User, AP3, Mastercrafted Blind, Duelist's Edge, and Moonsilver. Any wound caused against a model with the Demon of the Ruinstorm, or Psyker Special Rules is instead counted as 2 wounds. Wounds caused in excess of the model's remaining wounds do not spill over to other models.
yeah.
It's pretty interesting stuff. I like it.
Yeah.
I mean, the Blading Carmine is cool, but when would you ever not take the Spear of Telesto and Moon Silverblade?
Yeah.
Like, straight up. There's no reason you wouldn't.
It's like that Top Gear meme. This is nice, but I love this.
I don't know, man. Rampage and Shred is pretty good.
No, I know, but... like, even the one... If you use the... Because the second profile, the user AP2 is the one-handed, right? On the spear?
Yeah, even
Right.
just
So
regular,
you're
already
strength
locked in
6
combat,
AP2.
he's still AP2.
Instant death, mastercrafted. And you've got the Wrath of Angels.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
And then even so, like, even if you throw it and you're using the Moon Silverblade, strength 6 AP3, I don't know.
Oh, and I totally missed. Yeah, Wrath of Angels works for the... Yeah. So he is making that 7 attack. Oh, no, it's two-handed. So 7 attacks on a charge. And so rolling 6s, you get to roll... No, they just suffer additional wounds straight up.
Oh shit, you're right. Wrath of Angels does work even in melee. Oh my god.
Yeah.
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 It gets better and better.
Every time. I can't.
So I definitely...
Unless it was a narrative reason, obviously. Narrative game. Before you had the spear, you take the sword.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I don't know, like, when he gets the spear, if he always has a spear, if there's a time where he doesesn't have it. But,
No, he pretty much has it with him all the time once he has
I
it.
thought he gets it in Ruinstorm or before Ruinstorm.
Before Ruinstorm.
Does he arrive? When he arrives at
McCrag, he has
he
it.
doesn't have it. Does he?
I thought he did. I could be wrong.
Story, man. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know where he picks up the spear.
Well, anyway, I think first of all, is this the first Primarch that we've seen like a PDF release?
No, Russ had a PDF
Russ
release.
did, and probably Magnus too. Then I think for 485 points, he definitely is worth that. You know, He would be the third most expensive Primarch now, I think. Between
Possibly.
Magnus, Horus is 500. Magnus is over 500 now. 485. So he's definitely up there, and I think he's worth the points. But
oh yeah,
I don't
top
know
tier
how
Primarch.
balanced. Yeah, he's top tier. I think he's definitely gonna. He's gonna. The fact that if nothing else, being able to give all his friendly jump infantry units the ability to use their jump packs and movement and assault, like that buff right there for an army-wide buff is crazy.
It's ridiculous. It's amazing.
Right? And then he's going to be a pretty good beast in close combat, right?
For sure.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So it'll be fun to see him, and he's got a great
he
model.
is going to just tear apart infantry.
Yeah.
And the +1
like
attack
no one's
and
business.
initiative isn't for just him charging. That's even if he gets charged, he's still a +1 attack and 1 initiative.
Yep.
No, so he's got 8 attacks on the charge then. With Sire of the Blood Angels, he gets +1 attack on the first turn of any combat, and then in the charge you get another +1. So yeah, he's got 8 attacks on the charge.
He's
Holy crap.
Okay, so that's it. If you wanted to use the Blade and Carmine and the Infernus, well, no, that's not a pistol. Never mind. So yeah, okay.
Yeah. Furnace is just assault.
And then the spear is 2-handed, so you're not going to get that. Okay, gotcha. So yeah, he is only going to get the 8 attacks. I was trying to see if he could get 9 attacks on the charge somehow.
Oh, yeah, he just only gets the 8.
I mean, with Rampage, if he took Rampage with the Blade and Carmine,
And keep in mind, he also does Hammer of Wrath, too.
Yeah.
That's strength 10 AP, too. So that's,
Yep.
Yeah. And awesome. Like,
I'm looking forward to seeing him. I think we'll see him at Nova. I know for sure he's going to be an opening salvo, so be good. Good times.
I love him, and I think the model itself is amazing. One of the best ones I've ever done.
Yep.
I know people who have never sculpted before have criticisms on it, but
so there was a lot of criticism when they released the one picture of him where it looked like he was sliding down the pillar. Right, that was like people's main complaint.
Yeah,
and they saw the 360. Yeah, they saw the 360 view, and they're like, "Oh, actually, that looks pretty."
Yeah,
that's just people like finding something to bitch about on the internet. Surprise, surprise.
That's the internet. They always find something to bitch about.
That's true.
But oh, baby, those Crimson Paladins!
Oh, stop giving us cool models, Jesus.
Well, I mean, like, it's cool, but not cool enough,
Yeah. No, that's great. I'm looking forward to it.
It definitely is.
So now we've just got the Khan and the Lion.
And then the Emperor himself.
And then the Emperor himself. So I think we'll see the Khan in the next 6 months. Like, right? I mean, we're going to have rules for the Khan.
I mean, if he's...
And show that he does have a mounted version, too.
Yeah. So, and then the poor Lion.
Yeah.
Red-headed stepchild.
But when the Lion's the only one left that doesn't have rules, I can see them doing like an out-of-cycle Lion release, assuming that they've been working on the model, which I'm sure they're at some level of working on the model.
They got a few sketches somewhere on a paper somewhere in the closet.
Outside of Book 9. Like, they might do it a little bit early, right?
Yeah, we'll see. I'm surprised we haven't seen the Khan yet. It's kind of weird with the book being released very soon.
He's too fast and crafty for it.
I guess so.
Mm-hmm.
I just love the idea that in 40K, the Khan is just motorcycle racing Dark Eldar all the time. Like that's what he's doing in the webway. He's motorcycle racing him and winning. Yeah.
I see him with a ZZ Top beard at that point.
Oh my god! He's like, "Fuck it, I just want to ride, guys. I'm tired of your war. I'm just gonna ride."
Born to be wild.
That's right. Cool.
All right. So speaking of the convention, Ryan, you want to talk about some of the Nova Horus Heresy Army? Raffles?
The Army raffles or the events? You want to do raffles?
Let's do the raffles. Let's talk about the raffles.
Okay. So, I had mentioned it before, so I'm taking over from Dave Taylor for the 30K Nova Open Charity Foundation raffles, right? So, basically, this was like my secret project for the last 2 months or so, and I have enlisted the help of some really excellent painters to put together 2 armies. And I've made a one of the first, in fact, the first post I made on the Remembrances Retreat 30K website was a listing of the armies, and that got shared around on the Nova Facebook page. But we have 2 armies. We're doing White Scars this year, about 2,000 points of White Scars. We're doing about 1,000 points of Night Lords. So for White Scars, let's see. Let me list off the painters. I have 6 painters that are doing White Scars. Shane Confer, who's man, I'm gonna have to like remember the studios because some of these guys have studios. So Crimson Path Studio. We have Nate Taylor of the Graying Legion, who runs the Big Blam and other events at Adepticon and Nova. And he's the one who had the awesome White Scars army last year, if you guys remember. Chris Lee out of New Jersey at Ruinstorm Painting. We have Dave Sampson from Black Label Painting. We have Richmond's very own Robert Cottrell. And we have out of Virginia as well, Chase Montambo. So these guys have come together. Like I said, we've got about 2,000 points. It's going to be a Chagorian Brotherhood army. So it's going to be a custom Praetor with jet bike, a custom wing caller, librarian on a jet bike, some veteran Marines that are going to be in a termite, some probably machine killer vets, 2 sets of 6 scimitar jet bikes, and then some tactical Marines and a Rhino, some Terminators and a Land Raider and a Lightning. So the guys have their paint scheme, they have their models, they're going to start getting to work on it. Some of them are waiting until after Adepticon to start working on it, but we're looking to have the army done by May, and we'll be posting progress pics as we have substantial progress. I'll post pics on various media. And then this other one, so originally we just had the White Scars army, and then as many of you know, or some of you may know, that I had a small Night Lords army that I had been collecting for a little while, and I just was not going to have the time to get around to it. So I donated this when I had a couple other painters stand up. So we have Dave Taylor Miniatures and Caleb Wissenbach from CK Studios are tackling the 30K Zone Mortalis Assault Force. So this is going to be Sevatar, painted by Dave Taylor. Dave's also painting 2 sets of Tartaros Terminators. And then Caleb is painting Night Lord's Contemptor, Forge World Night Lord's Contemptor, and some Tactical Marines. And then we're also going to have some of the new Legion Night Lord's dice involved in that. So that's a smaller army, 1,000 points, but it's the Zone Mortalis Assault Force Rite of War. So that's going to benefit Doctors Without Borders, the Night Lords, and then the Chagorian Brotherhood White Scars is going to benefit the Fisher House, which helps out families, Gold Star families, of killed service members or deceased service members. So really looking forward to it, and I'm looking forward to being able to pull these together and push them out and hopefully raise some good money for these charities.
Yeah, sounds great. I'm looking forward to seeing the final product.
Yeah. And I gotta talk to the Nova people to see if there's a conflict of interest for me, like actually buying raffle tickets, because I want both of these armies, So we'll see.
Yeah.
I might have to abstain, just so it doesn't appear that I'm doing.
Just have your wife raffle for
I
them.
just happen to win both of them. It's so weird.
Always a bit on that Warlord.
That's true. Oh shit. Yes.
Yeah, I can't remember who's painting the Warlord this year.
CK Studio.
Oh,
So
yeah.
The entire studio is doing it.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see it.
Just that small CK Studio. I don't know if you guys have heard of them. They're only like one of the best classes you can buy.
Yeah. Well, they have a lot of, so they all do different classes. You have Caleb, you have Sam, Lentz, no, it's escaping. There's 5 or 6 really, really top-notch painters that are.
Yeah, and that's what the whole studio. I mean, the studio creates great products, but let's not be fooled. I mean, their main production that they do is they make good painters. I think that's
what
I've seen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think they do a lot. Maybe individually they probably do commissions and stuff, but they're primarily focused on teaching, right? But being able to put all their powers combined on an awesome model. I'm looking forward to see what they do. And I think for that one, they've got Carl Tuttle from the Independent Characters, who is actually writing like narrative fluff for the Warlord.
Oh, that's so cool.
Because it's going to be a custom Legio. It's not going to be it's going to be something that they are writing up narrative for. So
very cool.
Yeah, that'll be neat. So that's it. Stay tuned for more.
Yeah, I mean, we'll let you know if we win, guys, and we'll make sure to rub it in Ryan's face.
That's okay, because if I get the chance to play the army, then it's a win for me as well.
There you go.
Yeah. So.
Oh, I'm sorry, Ryan. Did you say when they were going to go on sale? The tickets?
Okay, yeah. So important details. Raffle tickets will go live on 1 June. Let me look. It's nocf.org. That's Nova Open Charitable Foundation, or you can Google them as well, and it'll come up. So you'll be able you create a little account on there, which if you've done it in years past, is the same account that carries over. And I don't know how many raffle tickets are going to be available per lot. I don't, and usually I think tickets are going to be, I think, $5 each. But yeah, so it's going to go live on 1 June, and you can buy tickets up through the end of Labor Day weekend. They're doing the raffle proper. They'll have all the results by 1 September? Whatever the Sunday of Nova is when they do the raffle.
Yeah, September 1st, I think.
Yep. So you'll have a couple months to do that. And
I think they ship worldwide, so
they do ship worldwide, so they'll ship anywhere in the world. So if you're international, you don't have to be at Nova to win. If you're not there, they will ship it out to you free of charge. And yeah, I think that's most of the info for it.
Yep. What's their website? nocf.org?
Yes.
You should just link it with the episode.
Yeah, you can link it in the episode.
I will do that.
And then, like I said, it's on the RR30K. I made a post on that a couple days ago, and all the details are in there as well. And actually, I think Nova will be they put it out on their Facebook page, but it might be in the next newsletter too.
Yeah. Well, all right, cool. Well, thank you, Ryan, for putting in the effort for getting all that squared away and sorted out.
No problem. I'm not painting. I'm just organizing. So I'm doing the easy part.
Yeah. Well, it's going to be great.
Well, if any of the painters is listening, thanks for your work.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks, Robbie.
All right. Well, with that being said, does anybody got any last words before we wrap this episode up?
Yes.
Okay.
Now, are we going to talk about Nova?
No, not a bit. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah. Okay, let's talk about Nova.
I mean, we are already approaching an hour. You want to save that for next week? Leave people on a cliffhanger?
Well, let's just say
Yeah.
that if you were waiting to buy your tickets for events, you done fucked up.
You fucked it up so bad.
Yeah, it was crazy.
No
I
chance.
could not believe it. I could not believe it.
It's really nuts. I mean, so we still have 2 events. We have Strike Team, which is Jesse's event, on Sunday, which to be honest is, it's Sunday of a convention, so a lot of people go home early. So that's, if it was like on a Friday, it would have probably sold out already. But still, I think you sold more tickets than Will did last year.
I think there was 12 left.
Yeah,
last time I
so
checked.
you can still get into Strike Team
hurt.
on Sunday, and you can still get into Big Blam. So those are both available. But everything else, so we had 6 other events. 4 of them sold out in the first night, like within minutes and hours.
Yeah, it was crazy.
4 of them sold out, and then the last 2 sold out within 24 hours of opening, which is far and away the fastest. Last year we had 1 event sell out within the first 24 hours, which was the ZM. But like 3 years ago, I don't know if you guys remember 3-4 years ago, nothing sold out. Like you could literally buy a ticket for any of the events the week before.
Yeah.
And now we're in a position where it's not quite at Adepticon levels, but stuff is selling out really fast. And we had a lot of veterans that have been coming for years that showed up like the next day and they're like, "Where's all the events? What happened?"
Yeah.
So I don't know where the hype came from, but apparently for a dead system, this is like the last hurrah, right? Everybody wants to come to the funeral, show up for the wake, and get super drunk.
Just like the last year's funeral, yeah.
Yeah. Now it's a wake. We had the funeral, now we're having the wake.
But yeah, so Ryan, how many tables do I have? I don't even know. Like how many tickets sold out? Was it 42? The 24 tables?
No, you have 18. You have 36.
Thank God.
Yeah, wow. 18 tables, 36 players for ZM, and that's for ZM. I mean, 18 tables for ZM is pretty nutso anyway.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, so should be good, man.
But also, whoever wants to come to Nova and doesn't have or cannot play anymore, the seminars alone are worth it as well, and just watching what's going on.
Yeah, and I will say because this comes up in the Facebook groups and everything, if you want to play, so first of all, if you showed up to Nova and didn't make it into any of the events, you could totally go do seminars most of the day. You could hang out, you could shop, whatever. You will find pickup games all night and probably through parts of the day. People are always down in the gaming hall playing till the wee hours of the morning. So if you're going to Nova, you're still going to be able to get games in, but also add yourself to the wait list for any of the events that you want to go to, because people always no-show. Life happens, and maybe they come in late, or they miss a flight, or they got really drunk the night before and they're hungover. And like every event last year, we had walk-ons who were waitlisted, and we were able to let people in, right? But put yourself on the wait list, because I've got to take a waitlist person over just a random guy that walks up that didn't pre-register, right? So, hope is not lost. Come out, hang out, get games in, drink beers. It'll be fun.
It'll still be a great time.
Oh, yes.
Even if you don't bring any models, still come to the Big Blam. Somebody will have a Titan there or a Night House that they just can't focus and roll and drink at the same time. And they'll just be like, "Hey, man, can you play this Warlord Titan for me?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I got it. I
got you.
Sure. I'll do it."
And then you get to fire a conversion beamer at a Warlord and nuke it in one hit. I mean, who cares about how it got down to one whole point in the first place? That's not what we're here for. Okay? The glory was mine.
I got it. Yeah, so that's all I wanted to say.
All right, cool.
Super stoked.
Yeah, and come Wednesday night, we're going to have trivia contests.
Oh, yes.
That's the reason to go to Nova. No other reason. You gots to get your trivia on.
That's right. Up in the Nova Open Foundation Lounge. We're going to be hosting trivia at, I want to say, 8:30, 9? So I think 9.
I thought we had 10 to
Yeah,
midnight.
that's right.
Is it 9?
9.
We have it from, we're going to be there from 8 to 10, and with trivia starting around 9:15-ish once the GW preview ends.
That's going to be awesome.
The plan is for people to leave GW preview. We'll be set up, ready to go. They'll come up, want some drinks, and be like, "What's this, trivia?"
Yeah. And we'll have some prizes. We'll have some giveaways. It's going to be a fun time.
It's going to be heresy-focused trivia.
We will not be selling merch. Let's make that clear. We already talked to Nova. We're not going to be selling merch. So if you come expecting to buy stickers and that kind of stuff, that won't happen. I know occasionally people come and they'll come up to us. They'll see us with our shirts on or whatever, and they'll be like, "Hey, can we get some of those?" I just want to tell you now, unfortunately, no.
Well, not directly, but we can point you to our great little web store which is also on RR30K. Just click on the t-shirt. It'll take you to our cool little merch store on Teespring. Have a whole bunch of cool little designs. Got some cool mugs. And, yeah.
And I mean, if they bought it on Teespring, could we maybe just, like, bring them their stuff to them?
Or as opposed to them just being delivered straight to them?
Yeah.
That seems like an awful roundabout way to do something, but possibly. Like, then they'd have to
just sign it for
them. Then they'd have to get our address. They'd have to mail it to us, and I'm
Okay.
Carol's going to kill me if she has a whole bunch
Jesse,
of
you're not picking up what I'm putting down, my man.
No,
Yeah.
I'm not.
That's okay. I'm just gonna let's make sure we sign all the mugs on the inside of the mugs, right?
The inside, yeah.
And then all the shirts on the inside of the shirts, right? That makes sense.
Perfect.
So we're closer to your hearts.
We want to be near you and inside you. When you drink your coffee, we want that Sharpie residue to go in with it.
How's it going? Good morning,
but like I said, I was like, we should just go and give free swag to people.
Oh, yeah.
Just be like, hey, let me sign that because one day I'll be rich and famous. And they'll be like, all right, here. And they'll hand it back. And then I'll sign it. And they'll be like, all right, that's $10 because one day I'm going to be rich and famous. And then hand it back to them. And bam, we got $10.
It's amazing. That's how the economy works.
That's capitalism.
America.
Oh, man. So, yeah, definitely Wednesday night. And yeah, you could go to the GW preview, sure. But also keep in mind that they're just going to post it all on Warhammer Community 20 minutes later.
Yeah.
Just keep that in mind and come on up and drink with us. Run some trivia.
And besides, we're going to have an agent in the field anyways. So whatever they see, our agent who is at the thing is going to tell us if GW doesn't. So
our agent, I don't even know who our agent is, but all right.
We got an Alfarius on the inside, Jesse. I can't tell you this is top secret mission.
Dun, 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 dun.
We need to keep him safe.
Yeah, I can't tell you it's plausible deniability, Jesse. If I tell you, then you know. And when the feds come out looking for us, they got you.
Yeah.
That's
but anyway,
works,
yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, Nova. We're all talking about Nova before Adepticon is even here. So, you know, Nova's real near and dear to our hearts. But we got a few guys going up to Adepticon. I think Dave with Heresy Grad School and Robbie, they're both going up to Adepticon. So definitely say hi. You know, get them to sign your shirt on the inside.
The inside of the shirt, yep.
On the inside. And, yeah. Also the stickers. Get them to sign the inside of the sticky part of the stickers.
Robbie likes to sign breasts. Male or female. Preferably male.
That's what I've heard.
They're easier to write on.
Mm-hmm. They are easier to write on. Yep. So just ask him for that, and he'll hook you up.
Awesome. But yeah, all right. So with that being said, on behalf of everybody here tonight, thanks for listening. Give us a share if you like the show. You know, give us a review. We love our reviews. Thank you for the reviews. But better yet, share our posts. Share the show with other people and spread the word around because we're just unashamed. We love people.
Yeah, we have to kind of take on a word bearer's mentality here where we spread the good word, you know?
Yes.
Yeah.
You need to know the truth.
Yeah. And well, man, I don't want to end on a word bearer's thing.
Dark angel.
Good, brother.
Well, let's see.
Yeah, sure.
Have a good night, everybody.
Okay.
Bye.
Good night.